Hello everybody! What is up? I am Turtle, and this is my vlog. This is me talking about things that have been going on, and recently it's been pretty hectic. Christmas was busy. Christmas we had family over, my sister was in town, my aunt was in town from Oregon. I have another aunt that lives in LA that was here too, but that's normally not that far, so that's not a big deal. That's not as big a deal. It's she's still big deal that she shows up. It's just, not Oregon, and it's not. My sister's from Santa Cruz, so it's a bit farther. So, a lot of family in town that's normally not here. Then my aunt that's in LA, she's normally here. So I do get to see her a little bit, but seeing a lot of them, I really don't actually see that much, which is amazing because some of them we live in the same town, and we have now. I've lived here for about 9 years, almost, yeah, 9 years, almost 9 years. And so in that amount of time, this is like the longest I've ever lived in any one place. And so it's weird to me that I used to get phone calls and birthday packages, Christmas packages and stuff from some of my aunts and stuff when I was really little. They'd send something to my mom, and it'd get to me for birthdays and Christmas. And I don't really get that anymore. Like, maybe it's because I'm an adult and I just get my own things. This was one of those years where it was like I actually have money and a job and I can afford to like go and spend money and get people Christmas gifts, so I did, which that was kind of weird. I think it threw everyone off because they were like, "Oh, hey, you're like one of us. You're an adult now. You're an acting, participating person in the Christmas gift giving situation," which was different. It was weird. It was I tried to put a lot of thought and stuff into the gifts I got. I didn't spend a lot of money on everyone, but what I did get, was something that I was like, oh, this is something that means something to me and maybe to them too. And so I think I did. I think everyone said I did pretty good in that effort, which that's exciting considering it's the first year I've really gotten so many people. I've gotten gifts in the past for people. I've had a little bit of money and got stuff for my mom, or I've gotten stuff for my sisters. But to get most, I think every one of my aunts that was here, I still have a lot of family everywhere. So I didn't get everyone, but all of it on my mom's side of the family that's all here in town, I did get to do that. So that was kind of fun. But so that's kept me busy because there's been people in town, there's been people at our house, there's been people, stuff, just going on, and people watching TV in the living room, so you'd hear the TV. So I haven't been doing like any recording because of that. And then I got we got to where everyone had left kind of New Year's Day ish, and everyone has gone back, and we don't have anyone here. And then I got sick, like instantly. The first, yeah, the first or second, I was just real sick. The second, I was really sick. Like, I slept the whole day. I didn't do anything. And then that whole weekend was really bad. And so I'm actually kind of getting over it now. I lost my voice for a while. I couldn't do anything. The nasal congestion, coughing, sneezing, terrible. And I don't think it was the flu. I'm pretty sure it was just one of those common cold kind of things. The yearly bug that goes around. You hang out with people, shake hands, and you end up getting sick. And I think that's what it was. So I'm glad that that's over. Like, I'm so tired of being sick. I'm so tired of having no energy. And so I've had actually a really big project that I've been having to do, and I've just, it's been put off. It's been just sidelined real bad, and being sick was the worst. At the worst time too. Right after Christmas, you want to like go and have fun and do stuff with people, or you got money to spend because you got Christmas money. You're like, yeah, I got some gift cards to Starbucks. We can go get some Starbucks or something. Can't do any of that when you're just totally out of energy. And then having this project. The project is our apartment is getting it got sold and rebought by someone else, and so they're remodeling it. And we've lived here for about 9 years now. A little over 8.5. We didn't move in here right away when I first got here, but pretty close. So we've lived here quite a while. This is the longest I've ever lived in any one place. This is the longest I've lived, like, I don't, just in one place. So things have clutter has gotten everywhere. Every little, and I clean my desk off. I keep everything pretty organized. But over the years, there's just so many things. My computer, it's I think it's the third case I've had for this computer, but nothing in there is original. You know, nothing in there. There's a sound card, one sound card. That's it. That's the one thing I've never had to change. It's never died. I really want to change it. I just don't know. I'm like, what do I want to get? It's a good creative sound card. What do you get? I just want to get the same thing again, but instead of a PCI 1X variant of the same card. I don't know though. But so everything in there has been new, replaced. You know, I've had external hard drives back when hard drive space was a big issue. You used to be able to get, it was like when I first built my computer, I got an 80 gig hard drive for 80 bucks. 80 bucks for 80 gigs. So $1 a gig. And then, you know, slowly over the years, prices have changed a bit and things have gotten to, I think you can get terabyte hard drive for 54 bucks now, any day. Seagate or Western Digital, doesn't matter. You can just pick up those two. I normally stick with the Western Digital. I've had really good luck with Western Digital drives lasting and not like bricking on me and just losing everything. Like I had a Seagate hard drive a long time ago, and I remember it didn't last very long. And then I had some cheaper externals that died. FD Phantom something drive, whatever that was an external that I had that lasted, I don't know, a month, and then it just overheated and died in the encasement. For it wasn't very good for ventilation stuff, so just the hard drive died from heat. It is hot here, so I didn't really like blame anyone for that. But so because of that, I've had all these, you know, computer parts, and underneath my desk over on the right hand side for me is where I have a DVD player. Below that, it's a two-shelved thing. So there's the DVD player shelf, and then below that is where my subwoofer is, and then there was a printer, and then keyboard and another thing, and keyboard ended up there. There was at least two keyboards there, and then there was a battery charger for when I actually used to play with my Game Boy. I had some rechargeable batteries, and you know, all the days playing Pokemon, you gotta have those rechargeable batteries because, you know, you just want to switch them out. You don't want to have to keep buying AA's. So that was down there. What else was down there? Blank CDs, blank DVDs, blank bunch of stuff down there. All just so much dust. So much dust. Some of it I haven't just, there's no reason to get to it anymore, you know? Somehow the battery charger wasn't covered in dust. The printer was covered. It was bad. It was filthy. And as soon as I started pulling it out, I was like, oh man, the cables in the back are just dust layer on top, you know? It's like, well, I'm going to have to clean out my computer after this because it's going to suck in all this dust. So I had my computer off for a lot of that too. But so I've been cleaning a lot of this stuff up because of this remodel that they're doing. They're remodeling the apartment. They're going to give us new carpet, tile, countertops, cabinets, and all that. So for that time, we actually have to move out of our apartment, which I think most people think is like, oh, that's cool. They're doing all this stuff for you and making it like new and like awesome, man. That's cool. And I'm like, no, it's annoying because I have to pack everything. I have to pack up every little thing that has just, you know, filled every nook and cranny in my apartment for 9 years. I've not. Why? Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not moving out. I'm not going anywhere. You know, I'm not moving to a new location. I'm not moving. Like, I want to move to Washington really bad. I'm not moving to Washington. It's not because I'm doing something that I want to do. It's because they're like, you know what? We're going to give you new stuff. We're getting a new fridge. We're getting a new washer, dryer. I mean, all this stuff is theirs in the apartment. So, you know, all the appliances and stuff, it's all theirs. So, we rent the apartment, and then we rent the washer and dryer. I think is like an extra $20 in the refrigerator. They just do themselves. They just have in here. So, all this stuff, you know, has to go. Crazy to think all the things that you just like kind of like, oh, this will, I'll just, you know, computer. The biggest thing for me in my room has been going through like the closet is, here's a box and it's for my video card and it's got my old video card in it, and then I go a little deeper and then here's my old video cards box and it's got my old video card in it. And then here's a box and it's got RAM in it, and this one's got the old RAM in the case from the new RAM when I switched out. And then this one's got, oh, another thing of RAM. And then here's my old motherboard. And then here's a hard drive or two or three or four hard drives because, at one point they were a premium price. And over the years, they've really, hard drive prices have gone down so much. I'm looking at getting a 4 terabyte hard drive right now for 130 something for like Western Digital Green, or like 2 something. It's like 220 for a Western Digital Black, which I think that's what I'm probably gonna get. It just means I gotta wait a little bit, work a little bit more, another hour. So there's so many hard drives and stuff up there that have died or have been replaced because there's only so much room in your computer. There's only so I have external hard drives all around the desk. The cabling for some of those, like the power cords, are all over here. On the right side I have a power strip that has my TV and DVD player, and it used to have some external hard drives, and it had some other stuff, black light and whatever little different light things on my desk. It had a lamp that I haven't used now for a while since I got the lamp up there. And so all these things, there's cables that have gone underneath the desk, underneath the bottom shelf, and kind of been pushed aside. There's speaker wires going from the subwoofer to the speakers. The speakers are there, way over there, that one, or that one. So I have speakers, that are run through the desk, and then I've got headphones, and then I've got audio video switch down here below, and that's got cables. There's stuff everywhere, and there's cables going to it that don't matter anymore. The audio video switch box, it's 4 audio switch and one that goes out to the TV, and I use it right now. I use it for my Roku and my DVD player, which never gets used. It used to have a switch. One of the switches was so my computer had an S-video line that went to my old TV that I originally had when I had like Windows XP. And then when I got the new TV is a big 40-inch something CRT True Flat Sony whatever, I don't know. It's massive. It's like a 300-pound TV. And so that's over there. And it's had all the S-video cables and stuff run to it. But there's cables that went from the box to the computer that don't exist anymore. The new video card doesn't have any S-video outs. So what's the point? So I took out some of those cords. I'm like, where does this go? And then there's a few other things where I was like, okay, what's this USB go to? And I have a box. That's like, this big, full, just full of cables. Most of it USBs, a couple of them are Ethernet cables and stuff like that. And power cords, I don't know. Some of them I don't know. I have no idea what they're for. I don't remember. Some of them I know. I know some of them are for the external hard drives, because one of them was still hooked up. One hard drive was hooked up but not plugged in, but the cable was run to the computer but not plugged in. So I was like, follow this, pull it. I'm like, okay, I knew that one. That's a 500 gig external something Seagate drive that I bought. Who knows, man? 6 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe. We'll go with 5. So it hasn't been used much. I use it every now and then. I back up a couple important files that I keep on my computer, and then I back up. It's basically a flash drive for me. It's a glorified jump drive. But I back up a couple things, game files. I used to back up my World of Warcraft add-ons folder and stuff in there, and so it was really useful when I played WoW. But now I don't really need any of that. Most recently I backed up when I got a new SSD drive, and I got a Samsung Evo 840 256 gig or whatever, SSD. So I got that for kind of Christmas. It was really a Christmas gift to myself. But yeah, so I installed over the course of Christmas and family being here and stuff, and then being sick, I installed everything back on my computer with the new SSD being my main hard drive, and then using the old hard drive space, actually reformatted it so I could put all my games and stuff on Steam on that. It was like it's like I think it's a gig, or I mean a terabyte and a half. I think it's a 1 terabyte drive, but I have it partitioned, so it's about 400 gigs, and then something else for the other partition. So that one's kind of partition weird. I actually want to get rid of that one because it's one of my older hard drives, and I'm worried it's gonna die, and it's backing up most of my music collection, which is irrelevant now because you just don't need that many MP3s. And then it's backing up. I want to say Naruto and a couple other shows that I got when my 2 terabyte hard drive was full. And my 2 terabyte hard drive is really, it's my anime, it's my movies, it's my everything kind of drive. And so I really fear that that's gonna die because that was a lot of work getting everything, ripping all the DVDs that I wanted on there, putting it, and then everything else. Oh man, it was a lot of work. I mean that my MP3 collection took months to do, and the video collection took way longer. So I mean, it's like an ongoing process. Sometimes I'm like, I need to put this on there. I want to watch this show, so I'm gonna go get it. And so yeah, that's a lot of work. I mean, it takes forever to put that much video into anything. It's pretty impressive. So having that, I really want to make sure that I have new hard drives soon so I can back those up, because those hard drives are getting old. They're good, but they're probably 3-4 years old now. So I don't like trusting anything on a hard drive that old or that long. They're given like a year warranty. They're probably good for about a year. So like I said, Western Digital drives, they've lasted really the longest for me. They've worked the best for me. And I think these ones, they have a little bit of a like boot up time issue. Now that I have an SSD, I can see the difference in like boot up time. I can see the difference in like loading and opening. Trying to open a folder, it's like, oh, do you want to do that? You want to like give us a second to think about what's in there? You want us to like, okay, here's the window, and you can kind of feel it. And maybe that's a bit exaggerated, but there's a bit of time. I don't know. The faster the computer gets, the more I'm like, I'm impatient. I've always had like all right speed computers, never like top of the line, but I've always had something pretty good. And as I keep getting the pretty good, and then they get a little bit worn out, a little bit of time, a little bit of age to them. I think back to like some of the first computers and stuff that my family had and that I had, and I'm like, it didn't feel like it was that long, but was it? Was dial-up that, was it 30 seconds for dial-up to connect just to get to the internet, and then you had to wait for each internet page to load 30 seconds? It doesn't seem like it should have been that long. So maybe that's just impatient. Maybe that's just, man, dust in this room is killing me. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so, alright, better. Yeah. Maybe there's just an impatient thing because you're getting so used to like stuff actually working and going fast that it's hard to imagine, like when things do start going a little bit slower, like just not responding, you're like, come on. We're living in a way faster age than we were, a couple years ago. And that's alright. Other things, let's see. I've spent hours trying to reorganize and get rid of and clear out all the junk that I don't need. I save a lot of cables and stuff that I probably don't need, but just in case I do ever need them, they're in, like I told you earlier, a box. The old hard drives and stuff, a lot of them I've held on to just because, maybe I'll, need to get the data off of them or something. At this point, I'm like, nope, we've got to pack up and get out of here for this remodel thing. I'm just gonna leave them. I'm just gonna trash them because there's no need for some of that. I have over here, it's actually when I had my second monitor set up over here for a while, was holding up. It was just a glorified phone book for the monitor set on, but it is a external CD burner that I bought back in 2003, probably, when my dad's computer didn't have a CD burner and I needed one, so I bought it online somewhere. I don't even know where I bought it. It might have been my first purchase ever on Newegg. I don't know. Might have been Tiger Direct. I don't. It was one of those really long time ago web stores for computer parts. So I'm not really sure. It's not like a good brand. It's called like Buslink. Buslink USB. I think it's a USB 2.0. It's like, yes, this uses 2.0 USB, not just that 1.0 crap. So if you know how old that is, that's where this thing is. And it's, it's still, it's, other than it's a little bit dusty, it still looks like very space age and cool. It's all bubbly. It's way too big for just a CD drive. It's way too big. I mean, if you bought an external CD burner or DVD burner or something, Blu-ray burner now, this thing is just wasting a lot of space. There's like this much plastic on every side of it, and I don't know if that means anything to you, but 2-3 inches of plastic on every side. It's way too big. I don't know what they thought they needed to put in this thing, and it's got a DC converter cable thing that goes in the back and a USB, the big fat USB thing. I don't even know what it's called. It's actually got a red and white cable on the back, audio cable, so you could actually use it to play music directly as just a CD player hooked up to like a, I don't know, to like a DJ station. I don't know. I don't know why. There's no reason for that. This dust in this room is killing me today. Anyways, yeah, so that's been over there. That's been on this desk for I don't know how many years, but I bought it back as far back as 2003. I'm pretty sure I had it before my dad and I fought and he kicked me out. So I know I've had it that long because I lived at his house when I got it. So it's been something I've been dragging along with me everywhere I've moved. That's 11, almost 12 years ago, So I have stuff like that that's kind of just cluttered up, and it has a place, and I have like no want or need to get rid of it. I mean, that CD burner has probably burnt up, I don't know, 1,000 CDs. I don't even know. So many CDs. It's still good, I think. I don't know. It's not very fast. It only burns like 24x. So yeah, the first time I got a computer that burned at 52x was a big, like, wow, everything's done in just like 2 minutes now instead of like 20 minutes to burn a CD. Man, it was a lot slower. Things were just crazy different back then. So yeah, I've been working on getting more things out of the closet that can go. That thing, I don't know. I'm like, I think I threw away the cables for it. No, maybe I didn't. Maybe they're in the box. I don't know where they're at. I have no idea. But it's one of those things, do I keep it? Do I get rid of it? Right now, I don't want to have to pack more boxes down those stairs than I have to bring them right back up the stairs. Like, we're moving out for, it's like 3 to 15 days. Like, I don't want to, there's things I just don't care to pack, and they said, the apartment management thing, like, the note that they gave us was like, yeah, you'll have at least 7 days to move out from whenever, and they'll give us that notice later. But it's like, we better pack now because there's a lot of stuff. Like, we have a 4-bedroom apartment and we have been here for a long time. That's a lot of stuff, Just, I mean, every little thing that you just have and keep, and it all adds up. And so I've been working really hard the last 2 days since I've actually not been as sick. I'm pretty sure I'm over the cold, hopefully. But because I'm not sick, I've been like, okay, no video games, need to pack things, need to organize things. It's a lot of work. It's a lot. Like, I've made a dent in it, but I don't think I'm done, Like, everything has to be in boxes by the time that they say we have to do this, except for furniture, and I don't know what else. I don't remember what all. But they said everything needs to be in boxes. No electronics out, no DVD players and stuff. So your TV needs to, like, not have that stuff hooked up. I don't know what we're supposed to do with my TV. My TV weighs 300 pounds. I'm not moving that thing. Like, they are gonna have to do that themselves. Like, I'm leaving it. I can't even get it up to get the, like, there's a tablecloth under the on the table that it's on a little tiny, like, coffee table that we've had for, I don't know, 30 years. And then it's got a tablecloth over it that there's no way I'm gonna get that out of there. There's just no way. It's not like it's crooked and I haven't fixed it. This tablecloth has been crooked since I put it on there, and I just there's no way to move it. There's no way to get the, like, lift the TV, okay, and then move it. Like, you need like 4 people to do. It's a big project just to move a tablecloth. It's been sitting crooked for years. I don't even care. My OCD would normally make me fix that, but I don't know. Like, it's not worth it. And it was a free TV, so I'm not really like too worried about, like, if we were to move, I'd leave it. I'd just be like, I'm done with this TV. It sucks. I'm gonna buy a new one when we get to the new place. That's what I would do. But we're coming back. Like, we're not leaving. We're leaving for 3 days, 3 to 15 days, whatever it is. We're gonna be here still. So what do I do with this? I don't know. Back there, that way, a whole bunch of DVDs, easy to pack. DVDs, easy to pack. There's just a lot of them. That's the problem, is there's a lot. I have spent, who knows how many hours collecting things that now have to be put in a box to be brought right back to where they go. It's stupid. Like, it's like, I don't want to live out of boxes. And we don't even know when they're actually going to do our remodel thing. Like, they've been working on other apartments in our complex for months now, so we've had a while to do this. But why would you pack all your things? Like, that's the thing. Like, if there's things that you want to keep, why would you pack them? Most of the things that I don't have a lot of super expensive things. I don't have a lot of ridiculous things. Most of the things I have are just because I have them, or I wanted them. Or they're gifts. A lot of things are gifts. So, what do you do with that stuff? It's sentimental? Do you keep it? I mean, there's some things I was just like, this is going. Like, I have no care. But then there's, stupid little trinket things. You're like, it's a keychain. What do I do with this? Someone got it for me when they were on a trip to the beach. So, it's got a turtle on it. So, do I keep it? Because I'm a turtle? There's a bunch of those. There's a bunch of those things over there in a little drawer. And I don't know what to do with them. There's just going to be a junk box full of trinkety keychains and stuff, I don't know. I like lanyards. How many lanyards do I need? I use one, and it goes on my keychain, and it holds my keys really well. I don't need 17 of them. I have, like, probably 17, 20. I don't know. I have a bunch. What do you do with that? I don't know. So there's a bunch of them now in a box with a bunch of cables. There's just stuff like that that's like, what do you do with it? Do you keep it? I don't keep it. I don't know. Anyways, that's what I've been doing. I mean, there hasn't been much, I haven't been able to play much League of Legends. I kind of want to go play a game real quick now because I've been at this for hours and I'm tired. And, I don't know. I'm hungry. I want to go get some food, but I want to play League of Legends first. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But I really wanted to get a video up because I haven't had one up in a while. So, let you guys know what's happening, what's been happening. I hope you guys appreciate it. I'll try and get another video up of something sometime this week, whenever I get a free day. And then we'll be back. I don't know. I'd like to be back on some kind of schedule where I'm actually getting videos up several days in the month. Not just like once a month or at the end of the month or something. When I'm like, I haven't done anything. I want to get back at it, but right now there is a lot of pressure on the pack and this thing, so depending on when that happens, videos are not priority, even if I want them to be. They're just not right now, so I'm trying to get these other things done, and then, we'll see. I'd like to get back on a schedule. I'd like to get a real schedule, and I'd like to get some different gameplay footage and stuff. I bought my friend Terraria, and he played more than I have. He's played it so much, he's like beat the game. He's beat everything now. So my plan was to play with him and like be like, let's play Terraria and record it and stuff. And then he went and beat the game in like a week. He totally got obsessed with it and went and played with his friends that they all started new characters and stuff with him, and I don't know, they play more with him than I ever do. I only see him a little bit, once or twice a week, and we play a little bit of League and stuff. But yeah, I actually wanted to do Terraria and stuff with him, but maybe not. Maybe we would lose something. I don't know. Maybe we'll find another game. I want to play something with him. I recorded a couple games with him playing League of Legends, like Portal King or something, and I don't know. That footage I lost when I switched hard drives. Like, I meant to upload them, and I don't think I did. I don't think I even moved them to the other hard drive, so when I reformatted and everything, gone. So, whoops, my bad. Sorry, Zeus. You could have been on YouTube before, but I messed it up. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.